I've been here since January of this year. I guess I didn't know nothing about trading this market. I didn't even know how to spell forex. That's how foreign it was to me. Uh, when we first came start, basically the way we was told, the way we was told is, just jump on this call in the morning, and this lady by the name of Dr. K is going to give you some trades. Jump in the market, and you go and you make some money. So when we started, all we used to do is we used to, show everyone, how to enter and exit the trade. I think we've brought in over 150, 200 people, majority in Freeport, but because nobody really, learned like, how to trade, everybody was just dependent on other people to trade, which, is okay to do that for now while you learning. It's good to earn while you learn. I call it on the job training. But what happened was, when you go in this market, you have to understand, if it was so easy, everybody would be make millions and billions from it, and nobody lose money in it. But it's an exchange. So you have people that's, making money and people that's, losing money. So you don't want to be on the losing end of this stick when it comes to trading in this market. So what we're doing is we was able to learn basics like Jhirmal basically he dissect IML Academy. I always tell people when they ask us why he did that and I didn't. I tell them he went to private school. But I was just like anybody else, lazy. How life we live in life, so we have busy schedules. So I didn't take the time out to go through the academy like I should. I mean, up to now, to be honest with you guys, I probably made it basics 3 or 4. And I guess what I did with my journey was, I found a strategy that works for me because you have so many different strategies that you can use when it comes to trading in this market. And people get overwhelmed with so much information where you start off with one strategy and then you listen to this person's strategy and now you trying to use all this stuff and you confusing yourself, then you guessing, and then that's called gambling because you don't know what you're doing. So what I did, when I started off, I started off taking Dr. K calls. There was a lot of times when I won a lot of money in the calls, and there was a lot of times where I lost a lot of money because I didn't understand, leveraging correct and, the things that you need to know to basically win most of the time. And that's what me and Jhirmal was talking about over the past couple, I think the last 2 weeks. We was called up to help out the big organization, where we call trades for over, 500 people. And we kind of, sad to say, but we neglected our, Bahamians and our, the niche that we started off with. So we decided that we was going to come back and make sure we pour all information over to you guys first, and then open it up back up to everybody else in the U.S. or all over the world. Because the information you have once you understand, your strategy, and you're confident with it, it's hard for you to lose in this market. You guys see me, I brag a lot. Right now I think I'm like 131 wins and 2 losses. I took my 2 first losses in 8 weeks. Yesterday. From a trade from news from last. But it's just you find a strategy and you use it. So when you're in the academy, what I recommend you do is you narrow down between the academy and from different traders, or for the IML TV, just find something that the light bulb turns on for you. So for example, when I was looking at market structure and what Jhirmal was looking at, I like numbers, but I don't like all that extra stuff. So that didn't turn the light bulb on for me. So I was still confused. You look at the different charts and you see all these scribble lines and it's confusing. So for me, I find something that was easy, to me. Now, market structure might be something that one of you guys may like. Scalping may be something y'all like, but you have to, find the strategy that you like, that's best for you, and what can help you out. And as we talk, if you have questions, you could type it in the chat, and we'll answer it as we go. Like I said earlier, if the Zoom cuts out, just jump right back on the same link, and we'll jump right back on. So with the strategy, we're going to go into the basics of, the information. We won't go into our trading strategy yet. We probably start that maybe tomorrow or Friday. We're going to try to do Zoom calls training Zoom calls for you guys every day. So if you can't jump on one day, you'll be able to jump on it another day and ask us questions and so on from there. So just the basic information out. Let me share my screen. And we're just going. Thanks, Claudine, for helping me out with this. I was busy and I kind of threw this on her earlier, so I appreciate it, Claudine. So
welcome.
There you go. So here's the thing. What is Forex? All right. Like I said, it's something that is could sound elementary, but somebody on here might not know the information, or you may have known it, but it's certain things you may not, that could help you out. So it's basically foreign exchange, the trading of currency pairs, right? So like we say, if you go to another country, most of you guys from the Bahamas. So if you go to let's say Cuba, you can't use Bahamian money in Cuba. You can't use Bahamian money in the U.S. So most people go to the bank or go to those currency books and basically just trade the money. And what we're doing is we're doing it digital, using our laptops or using our phone. Whereas if you're in the airport, you're doing it like in person, right? So when you're trading in the foreign exchange, a lot of the things we're going to talk about is the stuff you use daily when you enter in a trade or when you're looking at the charts and stuff. So a pip, you guys hear that all the time. What's a pip? A pip is basically the percent from profit. All right, that's the change in price, of the exchange rates. So when you have pips, that's making or losing money. If you have 10 pips or 1 pip or whatever, as long as you're in the plus in pips, basically that's money in your account that you're making. All right. Then you have your lot size. What is your lot size? Basically, the lot size is the currency unit, that you would buy or sell. So you would have a certain amount in your trading account, and lot size is important when we're talking about leveraging, and I'll run through it briefly. But the lot size is what's going to make you the money, the amount of money you will make. We all may be in the same exact trade, we all may hit the same exact numbers, but everybody may have a different lot size. So your profits, the amount of money you actually is going to make, is going to be different. If I'm in a trade for 50 cents and let's say Raquel is in a trade for $1, and we get the exact same numbers in that trade, basically she'll make more money than me. She'll make twice the amount of money I make because her lot size is bigger. All right. What is TP? You guys see it when I post my messages. You see EP price and TP stands for take profit. Now here's the thing. When you find out what type of trader you are, these 10 pips that you hear us call is nothing compared to what you get. My strategy, I like quick money. So when you see me getting a trade before, when I put a stop loss in profit, basically 4 pips in profit is all money. So a TP is take profit. So you'll have a lot of people say, well, 10 pips TP. That was something that when we started, Dr. K used this on her training. So we all, adapt to what she was telling us, 10 pips, 10 pips on your take profit. So I guess that carried over. But, when Jhirmal trades, his take profit sometimes on TP1 is like 50 pips, or TP2 would be like 100 pips. So these 10 pips is nothing compared to what you'll get. And let's go back to the lot size. So for example, on the lot size, and I can't see if you all have any questions. So Jhirmal, you have to let me know if there's any questions while I'm talking. All right. So with the lot size, let's just say you use the size of 0.05. Basically, that's a 5 cent lot number. And for every 10 pips that you profit, if there was a buy or sell, you would basically make $5 from that trade. $5 minus the commission your broker is gonna charge you. Okay, so if you was using a lot number, a lot size of 50 cents, or let's just say 25 cents. Every 10 pips that you hit in profit, basically you would make $25. So if you're talking, a trade that Jhirmal called that could be 100 pips, you divide, 10 by 100 and you multiply it by 25, you can make a trade from 25 cents, basically $250 off 100 pip, take profit. Does that make sense? Y'all type 111 if y'all getting what I'm saying. I can't see the chat. Y'all type something. Okay, let's see. All right, there you go. There you go. 11111. Hello. All right. So that's your take profit. So stop loss. Stop loss is basically, now here's the thing, when you understand what type of trader you are, stop loss is going to be key when it comes next to leveraging. And here's the reason why. Sometimes the market, you may be in a trade, the market could fake people out. Like they have market makers that they can see if the market is, if you're in a buy, you can see if it's overbought and come in and basically the market, news come out or something can basically trigger off, something that shouldn't have happened and knock you out of the trade and hit your stop loss. Or if you over leverage, it can knock you out of the trade. So the stop loss, you use this at your own risk. That's the key. I'm not going to tell you, I have 30 to 50 pips here. That's what we was taught in the beginning, but you use that at your own risk. Me personally, with the style of trading I go by, I personally don't use a stop loss because I leverage my account right, where I don't have to worry about it. I leverage where my account can do a 300 to 400 pullback, and I'm still okay. Some people don't want to, but the stop loss is basically what you're willing to risk. Whatever you're willing to risk when you enter a trade is basically a stop loss, but you use that at your own risk. Okay, so most people use 30 to 50 pip stop loss. That's pretty reasonable. You basically given a trade, 30 to 50 pips, to go in the negative, and then you basically take that loss and you live the trade another day. I recommend in the beginning you use a stop loss, depending on your strategy, because you don't want to blow your accounts. That's the worst feeling when you can blow an account and then the trade turns around and drop and hits where your teeth was. So if you have questions on that, you make sure you're asking that also. All right. Leveraging. Leveraging is going to be key. Okay. Now, when you set up your accounts in the beginning, your leverage should always be about 1 to 200. Okay. If you don't leverage your account right, greed can cause you to over leverage, and you can basically blow your account. Okay, if you set your goals, it can prevent over leveraging. So when we talk about leveraging, if we go back to the lot size, so when you leveraging, you have the lot size, and then you have your trading balance. So if you basically start with, let's say, $100. Now I just told you my strategy, I can sustain about 300 to 400 pip pullback. So if I had $100 trading in my account, I shouldn't be trading no more than probably, let's say, 5 cents, because every 10 cents would be $5. You could probably trade about, I would say probably no more than about 5 to 10 cents. Okay? Does that make sense? Y'all type 1 if that makes sense. Or if it doesn't, type a question. Okay, 1 Raquel. So if I have $100 and I'm trading, if my lot size is 10 cents, basically I could sustain every 10 pips. You didn't have that part clearly. Okay, perfect. So if you have $100, okay, if your lot size is $5, right? Every 10 pips that you hit, or every 10 pips that you're in the negative, is considered $5 out of your money. Okay? So if you want to know how to sustain, how to let right, $5, every 10 pips is $5.
Get it.
Somebody said something? Okay, so if every every 10 pips is $5 for 0.05 lot size, that means if you have 100 pips in the negative or 100 pips in the positive, you divide that by 10 and you multiply that 5 by 10. So that would be $50. So if you're trading 5 cents, basically you can sustain a 200 pip pullback. Does that make sense? Yes, 111 for yes, everybody. If you have $100 in your account, there you go. If you have $100 in your account and you're trading 5 cents, that's 0.05. Every 10 pips is considered $5. So a 100 pip pullback would only take $50 out of your $100. If you have $200 and you trade, you're trading 5 cents, and basically it's double that amount. So when we talk about leveraging, if you could sustain, the more you can sustain when it comes to a pullback, the better your chances of never losing a trade. Now, I lost those 2 trades yesterday from last week and 8 weeks, and that hurt. But at the end of the day, I didn't blow my account. I was able to make more money scalping the direction, while I was still in those trades. I made 3 times the amount that I actually lost when I closed out those trades. And the only reason I did it is because I had a lot of people following me, with those trades. But if you can sustain, this is key. If you can sustain, 3 to 400 pip pullback, because just think about it. You're not going to get in the trade and just guess. No, I don't think nobody in here should just go and say, okay, buy or okay, sell. It's 1 or 2 things. You're actually looking at the trade to see why you want to buy, or 2, you actually getting the trade from somebody else. Now, somebody that's been calling trades, and they're looking at something to say, okay, it's a buy or a sell. So you're not just going to go and guess. So if you're actually seeing something, and have a reason or have signals that you're actually going in a buy, if the news comes out or you have a pullback, you should be okay. There's no way, whatever would go up must come down, and what go down must come up. So if you leverage right, you bound to win every trade you jump in, or at least 90% of the trades you get in, you bound to go in. So another thing when you leveraging, you may put the right lot size, but then you may jump in numerous trades. That's the same thing as going as a big lot size. So what I recommend is when you want to leverage right, you make sure you shouldn't be in no more than 2 or 3 trades at a time. I remember in the beginning, I used to have fun. I used to be buying and selling. I used to have 7 and 10 trades running all at once. That's too much work. You could make a lot of money off of between 1 to 4 pairs. You don't need to be all over the place. Now, me, I stick to 1 pair, which is GBP, JPY. Jhirmal, he go off of market structure, so he may mark up a few other, pairs than what I use. And the reason I use, 1 pair is because I know it's every move. Like, for example, it's been consolidating for the past 3-4 hours. It's not doing nothing. I can check my phone and I can basically, my volume is fluttering. Can y'all hear me now? Press 1 if you can hear me. Okay, I'm moving too much. Sorry, I get a little. Okay, sorry. So, where was I? I was talking about over leveraging and having too much trades running. So you don't want to have a whole bunch of trades running at the same time. Maximum 3 trades. If you guys notice, in the 8 weeks I've been calling trades, last week the only time I actually went more than one trade for you guys. I would wait until a trade hit first before I jump in another trade. Does that make sense? Because I wanted to make sure my account was leveraged right. But if you got 3 and 4 and 5 trades running at once, I mean, you can still blow your account that way. So leveraging is key. I promise you. I can't stress it. If you can leverage your account right, you bound to win most of the trades you get in. You would win 80 to 90% of the trades you get in if your account is leveraged right. You just have to be patient. You have to be patient when you're watching your account leverage. Every trade you jump in is not going to go straight into profit. That's the facts. But when it goes the other direction, you want to be able to sustain that pullback and still come out in profit. All right, does that make sense? Do we have any questions on leveraging? If everything is okay, press 1. If you have a question, go ahead and type it in for leveraging. So everybody's good on that. Okay, perfect. All right. So when we talking buy versus sell, okay? We talking buy versus sell and TPs and stop losses, okay? So I always give people this example. And they also remember I tell you all if this zone cuts out, just jump right back on and then we'll continue. So if you're in a buy, if this is the market right here and you're in a buy, your take profit should always be above. If you're in a buy here, your take profit should always be above here because you want the market to go up for you to make money. So as if this is the entry price here and you're in a buy, your take profit needs to be above here. You want the market to go here, hit your take profit, and it knocks you out of a trade. Okay, that's in a buy. If you're in a buy and you're using a stop loss, your stop loss needs to be below. So if this is the entry price here where you enter the trade, for you to make money, the market goes down, hits your take profit. I'm sorry, we're talking about stop loss. Your stop loss is going to be below. Okay, we have 10 minutes left on this Zoom and we'll jump right back on. All right, so in a buy, your take profit is here, your stop loss is here. Okay, so you need the market to basically go up in a buy to hit your take profit. If it goes below it and hit your stop loss, it knocks you out of the trade. Okay, vice versa in a sell. If this is the market here, you need the take profit to be down here to hit your take profit down here out of a trade, and your stop loss would be above here. So in a buy, for you to make money, the market goes up. In a sell, for you to make money, the market goes down. And then you just put the stop loss, unlimited call, boom. What was that? I don't know what you mean by the unlimited call. Oh, keep it going. Okay, so any questions on buys and sells, stop loss, TPs, leveraging? If you have no questions, just type 1. If not, type your question. Okay, so type 1. Anybody type 1? All right, so I guess I'll go. So enter in the trade. I'm almost done on this. So enter in the trade. You want to write this down. If you could write this information down, and you'll see what it makes. You always disregard the last digit. Just write it down, and I'll give you an example. You disregard the last digit, and you add or subtract your 10 pips or whatever pip count you want to use for your take profit, and then you subtract you subtract the 30 to 50 or whatever you use for your stop loss. But when you're looking at the entry price number, just disregard the last digit and you calculate. Let's see, who's that have a question? The stop loss is my problem. Other than that, I understand. So stop loss, okay, so are you referring to when I'm doing stop loss and profit or just stop loss on the whole, Adino? Stop loss and profit. Okay, so you Stop loss and profit, I'll just break it down because that's what I use mostly. Okay, on the whole for you, Raquel. Okay, so stop loss and profit. Let's just say this is the entry price. How much minutes we have left, Jhirmal, on this one before it cuts off? Can you see?
Unlimited.
Oh, unlimited. Excuse me. Hello. All in. Nah, just playing. So stop loss and profit. So like I said, if this was a trade here, this is the market. You enter the trade right here. I'm just trying to give it visual for y'all. So this is the market here. Remember, your take profit if you're in a buy, it's going to be up here. Okay? So this is the market here. Take profit is here, right? So technically the stop loss in profit, stop loss should be a stop profit, because what I do is, if this is the market here and I put my TP here, when the market comes above the entry price that I came in, so I bought in here, and the market is here. It hasn't hit my take profit to take me out of the trade yet, but it started here and it came here. What I do then is I put my stop loss and profit here, just in case the market it goes up and it comes back down, it doesn't go below my entry price. So for example, numbers, if we're using a scale of 1 to 10, and the market, you start off at 5 at the market, and basically, you're in a buy, and for you to hit your take profit, the market has to hit 10. So the market goes from 5 to 8. Okay, so I put my stop loss at 7, give it some cushion, and if the market drops below 7, it knocks me out of the trade in the plus. If it goes to my 10, basically gives me a TP. Does that make sense, Adina?
Yes, it does. Thanks.
Okay. Now, so Raquel, you got it too. So now, Raquel, you said stop loss on the whole. Basically, when we talked about stop loss is what you're willing to risk. The reason I wait to do stop loss and profit is because once I'm in profit and I put that stop loss and profit, guess what? That's a guarantee. That's guaranteed money, regardless of what the trade does then. Because how much times you go in a trade and you see the candle go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down. Never hits your take profit, but it's going up and down about 5 to 8 pips. So some people say, well, okay, I want more than 4 pips, right? For me, when you're using the right lot size, so if I'm using the lowest my lot size would be is $1. So that means every 10 pips I hit is basically $100, right? So if I'm getting 4 pips at a time, minimum, that's $40. You see what I'm saying? And even so, if somebody sits and waits for a trade to hit 10 pips, I can get in that trade 2 or 3 times and hit 4 pips more times than they would get their 10 pips. There's been times when I hit, basically 20 and 30 pips off of one candle, and somebody's just still waiting on 10 pips to hit. Does that make sense? Type 1 if you get it. Or you can jump in and say, hello. There you go, 1111. For me, that's going to be key on my strategy. Scalping, for key is going to be leveraging and putting your stop loss and profit really fast. Now, we're not going in detail today on basically the styles on, because I'm going to go and teach you guys what I look for, like the impulse, the correction, all that good stuff. I don't want to overwhelm y'all with information. Just want to give you guys a basic understanding. Same thing with Jhirmal. He's not going to overwhelm you with the market structure today. We just want to basically start back from scratch. And then what we're going to do is have people doing the same presentation that explains the basic information like pip, lot number, stop loss. Some people that may know this information, that's good for you, but there's people on the call or who just signed up that this may be for nothing. Like before, we used to do this every Sunday. So most of you guys who signed up recently didn't get the experience understanding this from the beginning. So we do apologize for that, but we want to make sure you get this information before we kind of get you to, at being advanced and jumping into the trade. Somebody say, do you have to enter a trade multiple times I have multiple take profits, depending on what style of trading you're doing. So if you're scalping like me, once I put my stop loss in profit, the market may hit my TP and knock me like today. I call sell on a TJ, and maybe in like 5-10 seconds. I think Pommy was able to hit that. I don't know a few people else, but like maybe 5 to 10 seconds, that bugger dropped like 30 pips. So it hit the TP like really fast. I was able to put stop loss in profit, but it hit the 10 pips take profit really quick. So if it hits your take profit when you're trading with me, you're good to go. But if you put your stop loss in profit and it hits the stop loss in profit and then goes back to that entry price, then for me, I would jump back into that trade. So when you see me calling a trade over and over and over and over and over again on the same candle, that means if I was in a sell, this was the market. I take profit is here. It came down here, so I put my stop loss here, and it came down some more, and it may have knocked my stop loss in profit, so I made money, and then it went back to my entry price here. So what I do it again. I call a sell, take profit, comes down, put my stop loss in profit, guarantee a profit, guarantee me some money. It may come down, it may hit my stop loss in profit, another 4 pips, knock me out, goes back to the entry price, and I enter again, and then all of a sudden I take profit. So if for some reason the news comes out, or let's say the market goes in another direction, and this was my sale here, came down and I put my stop loss in profit, and then all of a sudden it shoots up and skyrockets up, I'm okay. Because I was able to put my stop loss in profit, protect my money, and I just wait and jump back in when I'm ready. So to answer that, multiple trades, I wait until my either stop loss hits in profit or my take profit hits before I get another trade. You never want to get multiple trades at a time, no more than 3. No more than 3. I think I'm not going to come on blast, but I told somebody today, hey, you don't want to get in too much trades. And sometimes you do it because you're chasing. You may enter a trade and then all of a sudden it goes the other direction and you say, well, crap, it has to go back down. And then you jump in another one, you jump in another one, and you jump in another one. You don't want to do that. Also, what I recommend is when you find out what type of trader you want to be, you find a broker that works with your style of trading. Do not use FX Choice or Trader's Way when you're trying to scalp, because you have to cover 2 and 3 pip spreads. You want to use FX Choice if you want to go in longer term trades like Jhirmal, where they don't charge commissions or they don't charge swap fees. So if you're a longer term trader, FX Choice is perfect for you. If you're scalping like me, you use FinPro spreads are slim to none. Basically, when I go in 1 pip, I'm already in profit. Does that make sense? So once you find out what type of trader either you're going to be or trader that you're going to actually follow. If you're going to take trades from me, you need to have FinPro. If you're going to take trades from Jhirmal, you need to have FX Choice. So you find a broker that fits your needs and your style of trading. Okay, who's this? Somebody said, I like that you're talking about making sure your broker comes with hello. That's what I do. No, but that's key. You have to make sure your broker fits the style of trading, because you may have a FX Choice or Trader's Way or JFox and your spreads are big. I'm calling stop loss and profit 4 pips and you barely covering your spread. So if you barely cover your spread of 2 and 3 pips, by the time as you put stop loss and profit at 4 pips, you're gaining like 1 or 2 pips. And that's not even the commission. You have to pay your broker the commission. So write this down. If you're going to be a long-term trader, FX Choice needs to be your broker. If you're going to be a short-term trader and scalp, then you need to use FinPro. That's really. We all started with Trader's Way and JFax. I don't use those no more. JFax is going through some legal matters, so I would stay away from JFax. Trader's Way, it was decent. Trader's Way treated me right in the beginning. I made a lot of money from Trader's Way. But you know, as you grow and as you learn more, you start to find better brokers or better stuff you go off of. Audience says great stuff. All right, nice. Anything else? Let me finish up real quick. I got 2 more slides on this. If you have questions, just post it. We'll answer it for you. If you have questions, he'll be here. He'll be on in a second. This is just a screenshot I took. Okay. I just wanted you guys to see what I was talking about. Can y'all see my mouse? Can you see the mouse? I just want to go over. Can you see my mouse on the screen? Type 1 if you can.
No, I can't see. Oh, yeah, I see the mouse.
Y'all can see the mouse?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so remember I told you guys to disregard the last number, right? When we were talking about that lot, the take profit and your stop loss. So when I talk about disregard the last number, I'm talking about this 0. Now it could be any number. It could be, you know, 2, 3, whatever the case may be. So when you're looking at these numbers, I just want you to train your eyes at the next 2 numbers. So 95, 89, 83, and just disregard that last number, and you look at those 2 numbers, and that's what you train your eyes to look for, so you can plug these numbers in quick. So right off the bat, if I was here, let's jump in the trade at 8, and my entry price was here, 147.830. Right off the bat, I know I'm looking at 83. So if I'm going for a 10 pip profit, I'm looking at 93. Quick, that's quick math. Simple. Add 10, subtract 10, or whatever you take profit. If it's adding 30, you add 30 to it. If it's adding 20, whatever the case may be. But that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at these 2 numbers. I'm disregarding the last number, regardless of what it is, and add and subtracting off of this number. After I get my math done, then I just add that last number back to whatever my take profit and stop loss is. So if I'm using a 30 pip stop loss, right off the bat, I'm taking 89 and subtracting 30. So that would be what? 59. If I'm adding 10 to my take profit, it would be 99. If it's a sell, you do the opposite. If it's a sell, you take profit, you subtracting 10 from 89, so it will be 79. And if you add, 30 or whatever your stop loss is, you just add it to that, and you increase the 7 to 8. Simple math. Does everybody understand that? Because you have to know, stop loss and take profit is your money. So you have to know how to modify and plug these numbers in. And especially if you stop, you have to go fast. So what I recommend is you go in get your broker, you do a demo account, but you practice in a style of trading. You practice in scalping with me, go use your demo for at least 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. If you practice in, with Jhirmal, his trades, he call like 2 or 3 trades per week, but they hit do a demo at least 2-3 days. Man, I would say a week. Master what you're gonna do first before you go live and risk your own money. Does that make sense? Now, I know some of you guys have already been trading your own money. It's okay to go back to a demo account for a few days and then get, basically, do better, work on your skill or your craft on whatever trading style you're going to do, and then go back live. You know why? This market is not going anywhere. Sometimes, I tell Jhirmal, I say, hey, this week I'm going to go maybe $1,000 this week, or maybe $500 this week, depending on how I feel. Because if I don't feel like going into the market and really hitting, then I don't want to get in trades and just throw trades just because. So with that, basically, you can go back and lower your numbers or lower your lot numbers, whatever the case would be. Let's see. Somebody said, I saw a question before we pressed the one. Said, how do you determine the best entry price in scalping? So I don't want to go too far right now in scalping because I'm going to be showing you guys impulse. Basically, is a spike up or a drop down. I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of information, a lot of stuff on my strategy. I don't want to go too much in detail today. We'll probably start in detail maybe tomorrow or Friday. Like I said, we're going to make sure we train this crew first, everybody in this WhatsApp group first, before we open it up and you have everybody from all over the world, because my phone is being blown up, my phone being blown up on everybody, 400, 500 people trying to learn our style of trading. So we want to make sure we give everything, to you guys first. So you can have an understanding of how we trade. So while you jumping in our trades and you learning, then you got the first dibs on and picking our brains. You have our numbers, call us, message us, we'll answer the information for you. But we want to make sure y'all get it first before we open it up, because this private chat and people talking, when you have 200 and 300 people on a Zoom call, it's hard to get through all to everyone. So we want to make sure we give it to you guys first. So by either tomorrow or Friday or maybe Sunday, we'll really go in detail and kind of go through the steps on what we look for. Okay, so scalping entry points, you will have that information, I promise you. Okay. Tamara said, this is what I need. Hello. You're going to more tomorrow. Okay, then Tamara said, now I see where I was going wrong. And that's the whole point of this call, because we're seeing a lot of people, especially like I was saying with the broker. If you in the wrong broker and you scalping, you can potentially lose money every time I call a trade, because you're wrong broker, and the broker you might have larger spreads. And then also too, if you scalping, you got to be quick. Like, so you learn that with the style of trade. So if Jamal calling a swing trade, you may set it and forget it. You can set a trade and let it run for the rest of the week until it hits take profit, and you'll be okay. If you're in my trade, you guys notice when I'm trading, I'm stuck on my phone or until my trade getting profit. I do not leave my phone. Stop losses in profit, or my trade hit. So when you go into scalping, you don't just want to jump in the trade really quick and then you go about your business, because you see I could blow it up and say, hey, stop loss and profit. And if you don't put stop loss and profit and then the trade goes the other direction, that's on you. So when you get in scalping trades, you have to, and it could be, I could go in the market any time of the day and scalp and make money. I could go market right now and look at what the trade is doing, and I can go make money. That's how good scalping can be, because you're going off of two sets of signals when you scalping. So if you know you're going to be busy throughout the day working, and you see you get a call, I post a trade and say, okay, I'm in whatever the case, sell, or whatever the case may be, and you know you're going to be busy, if you can't stay on that phone and put your stop loss and profit, and you don't jump in that trade. You wait till you have an hour to yourself, or if I call a trade, or if you decide to call a scalp, you make sure you have time for that trade to hit stop loss and profit, or basically hits a TP. While you practicing the stop loss and profit, because it happens so, if you feel like you can't put the stop loss and profit right, you want me to tell you what your best thing to do? The best advice I can give you: close the trade and profit. It's okay to make 4 pips and miss out on 6. Does that make sense? So if you feel like it's going too fast, even if Jamal call a trade and you feel like his trade is going to, he tell you stop loss and profit. If you don't know to put a stop loss and profit, close the trade and profit. Make your money and sit back and get in another trade. Some people say, well, how do you do stop loss and profit? What is, where do I put the number? What number do I look for? If I call stop loss and profit, that means you're in profit. And minimum is 4 pips. When Jamal call it, sometimes he calling 15, 20 pips in profit. If you feel like you don't know what stop loss and profit is until you learn it, just close that trade, take your money, and trade another day, or get in another trade. Don't wait for it to hit TP sometimes, and don't put stop loss and profit, and then that trade goes the other direction. Because you know what I'm looking at, or Jamal is looking at, or any other trader is looking at, when we put that stop loss and profit, that means it's a free trade. Regardless of what the market do, we came out and that trade was a plus. It was positive. Does that make sense? The new type 11111. Hello. All right, last, there you go. Last, this is where you, for if you don't know how to do this now, don't make fun of my handwriting. I told y'all I was a public school child. What just happened? I just opened it up. Okay. So right here is just this is just how your MT4 is going to look when you trade. And I just did something simple. Okay. And you could screenshot this if you like. If you already know how to do this, that's up to you. So up here, where my mouse is at, where you see the lot number, LOT, that's where you're going to plug in your lot number. Okay. Regardless of what it is. So remember what that example we were saying 5 cents, it would be 0.01. So with right here, this would be 1 cent lot number. Every 10 pips give you $1. Every 100 pips give you $10. Okay, that's the lot number. Your take profit is always going to be to the right, regardless if you're in a buy or sell. If you're in a buy, your take profit is going to be over here, but it's going to be above your entry price. If you're in a sell, your take profit is still going to be over there, and it's going to be below the entry price, but it's going to be here. Your stop loss is always going to be to the left. So you're always going to put your stop loss to the left. So stop to the left, take profit to the right. And when you go there, you just modify it. Now, sometimes you see some folks, all my trade is market execution. If you have somebody call a trade and they basically call trade to get in now, market execution is going to be what you use. If you want to do a buy stop or a sell stop, sometimes most of Jhirmal trades, he would post buy stop or sell stop, basically saying the market hasn't made it there yet, but when it touches that line, you would click this button. It does a drop down bar, and you can do buy stops or sell stops or buy stops or sell limits. So if you see a trader call buy one of those, you just click the drop down box over here, and then you basically, somebody said I'm fluttering. I need this too. Your volume is fluttering. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Yes? Press 1. Can you hear me? Okay, 111. Perfect. So this is simple information. If you're on this call and you already know this, that's cool. Just bear with us. We just want to make sure we start from the beginning where everybody can be on the same page. Like I say, we starting in here. We're going to expand because the more people in this group here that can start getting profit. My goal for you guys is, yes, we want to do where you can do the 90-day spreadsheet. When Jhirmal goes into detail in his trading strategy, you know, we're going to put out a 90-day spreadsheet where you could turn $100 into, what is it, Jhirmal? Almost $1 million by compound interest and you being patient. Sorry, I spread? I shouldn't have said it yet. But he has a spreadsheet where we've been working together. I mean, like, I'm excited about this. Like, we're going to show you guys, and we've been hitting trades. Like, all our trades been hitting. So when we like, for example, with that spreadsheet he's talking about, if folks was following my trades for the last 8 weeks, those 130 something wins and those 2 losses that I just hit last week, you could have turned that $100 into $1 million by compounding your lot size every trade you get in, or every 2 trades. You could have turned $100 into 200, 300, 400,000 in space of 30, 40 trades. We're talking real numbers here, and we talking. I've hit. I don't want to talk my business, but these lot sizes, you can make a lot of money really quick with this lot number, but you still have to leverage right. So that's why we want to make sure you compound. But the more people in here that can start making money, you know, if you can make, you know, every week an extra $500 or $1,000 or even an extra $100 a week, crap, that's easy money on your phone, on your computer. It's easy stuff and it's possible. I've done it. Jhirmal's done it. A lot of people in this that's in our group. I have people in our group that's making $1,000+ a week trading in Freeport, withdrawing their money every week. If you decided you want to do the 90-day spreadsheet and compound your money, great, perfect. But if you're like me and you just want to make a weekly goal and say, look, I want to pay myself every week, then hey, you do it. You set a goal, and every Thursday I withdraw my money every Thursday. I put in a request Thursday, and Sunday when the market opens up, that money is in my account. every week. That's my strategy because I want to see my money every week. I want to be encouraged to look at these trades, to use patience and wait for my TP to hit. I want to see my money every week. But some people, Jhirmal has a strategy where you can let it compound. I mean, some people risk $100 on drinks in the weekend. You can risk $100 and turn that into $1 million compounding your money. All right. So before that's basically it for me. Jhirmal is gonna jump on and say, a few things. Like I said, I just like me and him be talking. Then we was at this event, and there was folks that was in their early 20s, folks, not even in their 30s, like banking up hundreds of thousands of dollars, trading, building, residual. I mean, it's crazy. If you don't want to build a business and share it with nobody, just trade and make your money. That's what the average person that comes on board is going to do. Just trade. But if you want to share this information with somebody else that you love, man, this is easy money you can make. But you have to follow the simple system that and a strategy that you use, because you don't want to go in and gamble your money out, because then you could lose money. The name of the game is for us to have a lot of people make money and profit it. And that's what you have to do. Don't get sidetracked and say, oh crap, lot size is 5 cents. I'm only making $5. Crap, that's $5 you didn't have. That's $5 you made from your cell phone. When we first started in January, man, I was the king of 1 cent lot numbers. I was the king of having 2 lot numbers. That's where everybody starts out, having a penny. When I started trading 10 cents and 20 cents, I thought I was saying something. And now I don't trade nothing lower than $1 lot number, $1 lot size. I've got up to $12 lot size. And if you do $12, that means every pip you hit, and every 10 pips you hit is $1,200, just like that. So you don't want to look at right now. You just look at, as long as you're profiting every trade you get in, or 90% of the trades you get in, that's the key. Making money every time you get in a trade. Even if you make $1 every trade you get in. Even if you make $5, $20, start somewhere and learn out. This is how the banks make their money. That's how they compound that money. They take your money and they trade it, and then they put it back in your account and keep that money. Why can't we do it? So before I stop talking, I think I talked too much, but it's all right. Hopefully I answered most of you guys' questions. If you have a question, Jhirmal, I see you laughing. If you guys have a question over anything we talked about so far, or anything you guys want to see us do in the future, or helping you guys out, please type it or say something. This is for you guys. It's not for us. I feel like I personally can just trade by myself and make money and be good. I don't have to help nobody, but that's just in my heart to help a lot of people, because you have to be successful, the more successful you'll be. So my goal is to give back to people, especially in the Bahamas, with this knowledge. And I'm just grateful and blessed that I was able to catch on to it really quick. Sometimes it takes people years to understand this information, but not just to understand it, but to actually master a type of strategy you use. So, I mean, and then y'all in Freeport, y'all got Jhirmal right there. Tell them, hey, we need to meet up. Let's do a trading session. Let's meet on a Wednesday night and let's go over strategies. Let's go over market structure. Let's jump in some trades, put and work on them. But if nobody have any questions you want to say or type in the group, just type 111 so I can be done, and I'll let Jhirmal come and finish it off. I don't see no ones, and I ain't hear nobody talking. Okay, 111, Jhirmal. I see somebody wrap up in bed, y'all. There you go, 111, 111. Jhirmal trying to say I talk too much. All right, so I'm done. No more questions for me. I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen and let Jhirmal take over. Go ahead, Jhirmal.
All right, good evening. How y'all doing? Everyone can hear me? If you can hear me, let me know.
I can hear
You good, you good.
All right, I can need some little bit of interaction on this one. I normally don't like the interaction, but I need the interaction on this one, eh?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Trading with confidence. Would you enjoy trading more if you had a quiet, unshakable confidence in your trading system? Would you find it easier to walk away from your computer if you knew the precise likelihood that your trade would be a winner? But it'd be nice to know that you would avoid the excuses. What would happen if from today onward you maintain confidence in your ability to extract profits from the market, even through the ups and downs that are inevitable in any trader's life? Confidence is letting go. David spoke about finding a strategy. I can touch on that a little bit. I ain't going into details with the strategy itself, but I have learned to trade systems that make sense to me. I am better at extracting profits from the higher time frame charts. Your job is to find out how you should be trading, and only trade would make sense to you. So for me, I can't trade David's strategy because it don't make sense to me. I respect David and his trading strategy, but for me, I like longer trades where I don't have to watch my phone. So it don't make sense to me if I don't have the time to be in that trade watching my phone. That's a personal decision for me. So your job is to find out how you should be trading, and only trade would make sense to you. No matter how good the trading system appears, it is remarkable how your trading results often differ from the expectation of the system. How can a perfect, profitable system fall apart in your hands? Why is it that a system that sounds good does not work once you start trading it? The answer is fit. If the system does not fit your view of the markets, your approach to trading, your ability to execute the trades, it will not make money for you. A system must fit with your understanding of the markets. If you believe the 5-minute chart is random noise, you may be better suited to trade the daily chart. If you believe the moving averages are useless indicators, you will not be comfortable with the moving average based system. If you think that the USD JPY is a terrible pair to trade, you're not going to trade a system on the USD JPY. Your beliefs about trading must fit your trading system. And I love you, Jay, by the way. Your lifestyle will also determine the types of systems you want to trade. If you have a full-time job and spend 8 to 10 hours of the day at an office where you will not have access to your trading platform, you probably will be drawn to longer time frame, higher time frame charts. The daily, the weekly, the 4-hour may be the best charts for you. This way you take your trades and you manage them by checking your charts once or twice each day. After you found a system that works for you, for your personality, your view of the markets, you need to get comfortable trading the system. This will be the second step you need to take on your way to consistent profits in the foreign exchange market. The key here is to gain experience over a broad range of market conditions. Relaxing while you are in a trade will often help you manage the trade better. Just the simple fact that you are relaxed means your decision-making process will be better. If you ain't know what you do when you hop in a trade, you don't see what the trader sees, you can be panicking. But when you understand what's going on, you can be more relaxed. You can let that trade ride. I ride my trade out to the death till I know that finish. I can ride that out, good or bad. I got the market have to show me that the trade is finished for me to get out that trade. Relaxing will come for you once you have confidence in your system. A confidence gained by trading your system repeatedly over years of market conditions and a variety of signals. I can touch on over the years of the market conditions in a few. You will learn to trust your trading system and learn to let go of your trades. Micromanaging trades, particularly trades on higher time frame, is a common mistake for novice traders. If you can walk away from your computer after making a trade, you have confidence in your system. This confidence is only available to traders who are back-tested intensively. For me, I like to trade between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night, put my trade in, go to sleep, and I wake up, I am profit. If it ain't hit my TPs yet, I at least in profit. And I'm comfortable either way, whichever way the trade go, I am comfortable with that decision to stay in the trade. Back-tested. Backtesting is a common term used in trading. That simply means testing the trading system through historical data. This historical data, and over the years, you could really back test and understand how the markets move from years by just going back on the chart. So you could do that in 20 minutes, you do that in 30 minutes, and just see what price did in 2008. Wherever price is now, you could go back on the chart and you could see exactly what happened at that time from 2008, 2005, 2012. You could go back and you could see. Consistently profitable traders, otherwise known as expert traders, have one thing in common. They test their trading systems. These traders practice their trading systems as experience. 3 goals of backtesting. Your backtesting will allow you to do 2 things. First, you will identify how suitable your trading system is for you. This does not mean you are discovering whether the trading system is profitable, but rather you are examining the fit between you, the trader, and the rules of your trading system. Second, you will learn to trust your trading system and learn to let go of your trades. You may trade in a more relaxed manner once you have taken thousands of trades over years of market data. That goes back to going back on the chart. Thousands of trades, you really could do like 100 trades trying out your system using just going back on the chart. The confidence gained by trading your system repeatedly will show up in the form of a relaxed approach to your live trading. Third, you will gain expertise for your trading system. This may only happen if you take many trades and backtest, and backtesting is a quick way to accumulate many trades. A close look at each of these 3 goals will help you get the most of your backtesting. Anyone got any questions about backtesting? No questions, cool. Before you trade live, you need to ask these questions to yourself. Are you a market specialist or a trade specialist? How many hours of daily screen time do you need to allow yourself? Which trading session do you trade? Which time frames do you trade? Which trading setups do you have? Which exit strategies do you use? What is the maximum risk per trade? What will you do to ensure you are physically fit to trade? What will you do to ensure that you are psychologically fit to trade? The secret of expert traders. Why do profitable traders limit themselves? I can answer that later, says. The answer is simple. Profitable traders know what makes money. Profitable traders trade to make money. If you would like to make money as a trader, if you like to make money as a trader, do what the experts do. Become good at trading one system. You simply need to put the work in, practice, and become an expert with a trading system that makes sense to you, and then trade that trading system. Trade your system over and over again until trading becomes boring and very profitable. 6 steps to becoming an expert. Step 1, get in your comfort zone. For me, this is pertaining to naked trading. That's how I trade. I don't trade with no indicators, just straight up zone to zone, naked charts. Nothing else on my screen except lines that I draw and the candles. So you have to learn to get comfortable in zone. You need to learn how to identify zones on the chart. If you're trading naked, you can go zone to zone. Decide on a catalyst. Choose the one trading catalyst that you want to build your expertise on. Let's say catalyst, it's referring to different stuff you look for in the market. that the candles will print on the market that you will know when to get in the trade. Step 3, back test. Back test over 1,000 trades. I said it earlier that you really could do 100 trades. If you say you go in with the double top, from zone to zone, you go in with the double top catalyst. You see the double top, go back on the charts, go back down to 2008. Don't cheat yourself and look ahead. When I go over it again, I can show you all what I mean by back testing. If you all want me to show you all from the charts, I could do that as well, but only if you all want to. So back test at least 100 trades so you could get comfortable identifying the double top or the double bottom. Forward test, risking 2% or less on each trade, triple your demo account. Using 2% or less. Risking 2% or less, triple your demo account. That'll give you confidence in the market when you go live. Trade a small account. Put $25 on one live account, and after you finish back testing, you finish demoing, you done triple your demo account, get $25 and put it on a live account, and you triple that. Put $75 on that account from $25, risking only 2%. When you get to step 6 and you trade live, you then identify it by back testing. You then identify your trading style. You then back test it over 100 times, at least 100 times. You don't know what you're looking for in the market. You go on the demo and you already triple your demo account. You already triple your $25 account. Now you go in live. Only thing that happen from here is you know what you're doing in this market. You won't wasting no more money, and you about to go crazy on the market now because the market owe you. That's how I see it. Risking 2% or less on each trade. Stick to your trading rules. Focus solely on following your trading system rules. So to recap everything, because I've done now. Unless you all want, I think someone said they want me to show you all how I look for when I back test it. Trading is mental. It really is. Confidence breeds profits. Find your strategy, back test your strategy, demo your strategy, become an expert. Build a small account, go live, and let's make this money. Any questions? Y'all can unmute and ask the questions if y'all have questions. Any questions? So says, I'll answer your question. Let me say what I mean to be physically fit. To me, trading kind of forces a healthy lifestyle, basically. When I took three weeks vacation a few months ago, I sat down in front of my computer all day for a whole week. I might have ate once every 3 days because I was just focusing on these charts and trying to get this money. That's all I want to do the whole vacation. I was up to like maybe 25,000 on my 3-week vacation. And because I wasn't getting enough rest and eating on time, I wouldn't come from in front of the computer. I ended up losing $10,000. So that hurt me. And so when I say physically fit, trading, you gotta take a break sometime from looking at the charts. You gotta take a break. You gotta clear your mind, let your eyes get a rest, come back to the charts with a different mind frame. So that's what I mean, physically fit. I have to do with it, at least. That's how I feel. Yeah, so y'all want to see back testing. All right, I can give you all a little nugget. That's what I can do. I can give you all a little nugget to look forward to for tomorrow. I wanted to call this for y'all in the group, in the trading group. I actually entered EUR NZD. I entered this on Sunday evening, but I didn't want it to sit there for too long. price broke my line and it came up and it retested. It retested my line, my zone, and so I rode it to the next line, to the next zone, next area. And so right now I'm in profit. Like I got in at 77000. This was my entry. This was my entry here at 770, and I rode it all the way down to the next zone. My TP3 is my TP2. Sorry, my TP2. It missed this wick here. Missed my TP2 by 5 pips. So I'm waiting to see what's going on here. This was my TP2. But anyway, let me show you all the back testing. So back testing now. I trade strictly on the 4-hour. So I go back in time. I go back in time. You know, it don't matter how far back I go. Don't matter how far back I go. I just don't want to see. Someone give me a pair. Give me a pair. Let me look at it because I kind of familiar with the UI and ZD.
GJ.
Somebody. What it is, GJ?
Yeah.
Anyone else want me to check something while I looking?
Yeah, GJ.
I going back in the past though. I ain't looking at nothing current.
I could have whipped up my child soon.
Okay. So however this pop up now, that's what I can use. Okay, so I can use a engulfing candle. I can look for an engulfing candle, and that's what I can try to find out. I can take my time and move forward. I over here. Everyone can see where I at. All right. So right here where price is. I don't know where price is before this, and that's why I say don't try to cheat yourself. Right now, because price bounced off this zone here, everyone can see where this wick is. This wick came down and touched the bottom of my zone. You all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This wick here touched my zone, right? It went back up. So I assume that market found support here. That's one thing. This candle right here, this green candle, this bullish candle, it totally engulfed this bearish candle, the red candle. So for me, I would put a buy stop. This is me back testing now. I'm back testing. I'd enter a buy stop a few pips above where the candles closed. And I would say I go in a buy stop. This is a buy stop. My TP, I would be to my next zone. So one trade. Entry 148.100. My TP would be 149. Oh, my line moving. Yeah. Why didn't tell me my line move? Shit. Sorry. I don't know if that was there, but that's what I go on with. Okay, so my buy stop there, my TP can be right, I can ride with that. So that's my trade there. That's my trade. That's what I riding with. That's my first trade when I put on my spreadsheet. This is what I'm expecting right now. I'm expecting to get 140 pips. That's my first trade. Let's see if we hit take profit. Okay, I think my line moved for real. Anyway, we did hit take profit. We entered here, went down the negative for a little bit, wrote it up, and I'm hitting take profit. So this trade here, my back test now finished for this trade. TP hit. I went over my spreadsheet, gets updated. That's one trade. I do that 99 more times at least. Look for the same thing. I look for the same thing again. Everything on my zone. That's what I'm looking for at my zone. If it ain't in my zone, I don't bother with it. Now I only looking right now for engulfing candles. That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for nothing else. Just engulfing candles. Engulfing on my zone. It's an engulfing candle here, but it ain't really on my zone, so I wouldn't take that trade. An engulfing candle is basically when a candle fully engulfs the previous candle. So like this here, this is an engulfing candle because it totally engulfed the last candle. It's an engulfing candle. Do I get that?
No.
An engulfing candle,
It's longer.
it totally covers the previous candle. So these two candles here, which one of them is the bigger candle?
Good one.
So market 2-to-1 market can go down because it come off stronger than this candle here. So that's an engulfing candle. It totally engulfed. It totally covered the last candle. You put this one on top of this one, it'll totally cover it. It's an engulfing candle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I only do that off my zones, but we can get into all that when we get down to the trading aspect. We can break all that down for you. I can break it down for you. That's only one of maybe 5 things I look for in the market. Just an engulfing candle. That's one of many. So if you all stay the course and y'all want to learn to trade the naked charts, then try not to miss no webinar that I do. We can try to record everything, but nothing like being there to ask the questions when you have it while I discussing it. Nothing like it. So y'all just try to be on, and I'll definitely go into all that with y'all. This one here on my zone, this green one, totally engulfed this red one. I can go into details later. I would probably ride it up to the next one. TP hit again. 2 trades down, 98 left. This one here is an engulfing candle, but it was above my zone, so I ain't sure if I could take it. I need to see a retest now before I could take the trade. it broke above. If this did break, if this is stay underneath and find resistance, and then the bullish candle, I mean, then the red candle came out, then I would have entered the trade as a sell, but not because it break it, and I need to see a retest. But like I say, we can get into all that. We can get into all that. All right, so back testing is basically taking notes from stuff that happened in the past. All these stuff here happened from July. Earlier, before I write the date, I write the time, I write how much candles it took, because how much candles will determine how much time. Each one of these is 4 hours. So this trade here with the engulfing, this took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, well, this take 10 days to hit profit. 10 days. Sometimes it can be quicker, sometimes it won't. But in my notes on my spreadsheet, I have how long it took to hit. And I just keep track of everything that I look for. If I get a losing trade, I know I get a losing trade. I ain't worrying about it because we're only looking at information. It's just identifying what you want to look for in the market from your strategy. That's all it really is. That's what backtesting is. So if any other questions.
Jhirmal.
Hey.
So we literally have to do that 100 times before we figure out what to do.
You can do that in 30 minutes.
For real?
Yeah, you can do that in 30 minutes. Just don't cheat yourself and look ahead. Just run the chart back. Run the chart back and look at it. Just depends on what you're looking for in the market. If you know,
Right.
you're looking for engulfing candles, then you just run it back and you just look for engulfing candles on the zone. If you don't see them, just keep strolling. Keep strolling. So, yes. So for you do that 100 times. I promise if you do that 100 times, when you go on your live account, you know exactly what you're looking for. Ain't no doubt about it. You know what you're looking for. And if you track everything, and you say, okay, I get 98 trades and I only lose 2. And you could count how much pips you get too. You keep track of your entry, you take profit. Entry take profit where you would put your stop loss. And when I do my training, I'll tell you how to put your stop loss, where to put them. I don't use stop loss. My stop loss, if I have to put a stop loss, it can be like 130 pips on an engulfing candle. Because I have to put it at the bottom of the engulfing candle. If the engulfing candle is very big, then I have to put it to the bottom there. So, to answer your question, for every trade, yeah, you just do that. You just do that on the chart for every trade. But I promise you, if you do that, when you go live, you will know exactly what you're looking for. You have all information right there in front of you from what you did in your back testing. You go in the market very confident. Very confident. You don't no shake, no shiver, no nothing. You ready to go make that money. That's up to you. See me, I work hard for my money. I love making money. So if you want to go in there and take losses, like by all means. But if you want to be confident and comfortable when you trade, that's why I could go sleep. Because I done back test. I could go sleep and not check for my trade. Because at the end of the day, I know chances are my trade may hit. Russell, what's going on?
Hi, my question was, I remember you saying something about making sure that it's within the area. So you're saying that in reference to once you can find the engulfing candle within the support and the resistance that you're currently in. That's what I'm looking for. I must just look for all the engulfing candles, or only those that are within the support and the resistance that you're currently in.
I mean, I ain't talking strategy now. I just talking how to back test. If you take that information I give you right now with just looking for engulfing candles, you can lose money because you don't know the details to go with it. So I would tell you to wait till you get the rest, or go do some research and try find it on your own. I mean, I don't sound petty or nothing, but that's really what it is.
No, I just was trying to understand when you said, so you're basically just go and look for the engulfing candles and just be familiar with that, is what you're saying.
On your zone, on the zones, yes. If you look for it on the zone, yeah. But that's what the back testing is. So if I say in back test for 100 trades, right, and then triple your demo account. For someone who just gets started, they shouldn't be able to see a live account until after the first month and a half. That's my take on it. I know that's my personal opinion. If you could knock them out in your first week or two, by all means go live. By all means go live. And I'm not telling you all to not go live. And I'm telling you all is just to get better at this, take some time off from trading live and go do some homework. That's all I'm saying. I could ask a question. If y'all don't mind, y'all could put how far y'all get in the academy in the chat for me, or send me a private message on this here. Just let me know how far you get in the academy.
My answer.
Anybody else can answer?
I did basic 1 to 4.
Basics 1 to 4. All right, good, cool. I appreciate honesty. Wow.
I did the full program.
You did the full thing? All right. So see, I just asked them so I could know when I have a conversation, I know what I could say and how I could break it down to people. So if you say you only go on the basics 1 or 2, then I know I have to change my conversation when I talk to you, because I don't want to confuse you more than you already confused, because it's a lot to take in. So if I know how far you make in the academy, I know how to talk to you. I've been to the academy like 5 times. So I probably know where to find stuff in the academy. It's just how bad you want it. That's what it is for me. I want to understand every detail. So, and I've changed strategies a lot. You all who've been in it from a long time know I was on the cloud. I was on the cloud. I did pivots. I just had to find the right strategy for me. I just started naked trading maybe 2 months now. Everything before was the cloud or pivots or a different strategy. I just need to find what worked for me the best. I make money off them other strategies now. I made some money, but that's find the strategy that works for you to fit into your daily life. If you come home in the evening, you got kids to deal with, homework to do with them, or you have a spouse, or whatever the situation is, you just need to. You have to understand how trading is going to affect your life. You have to make time for what you need to make time for. So if your strategy is to trade a naked chart and put a trade in before you go to bed, I look at the chart an hour a day. I don't spend no more than an hour a day on the charts. Some days I don't do it at all. And that's just because of my understanding. I could go in the market and make money anytime, whenever I want to. So it's up to me. I ain't trying to trade yet in the trading group. I ain't trying yet. I was traveling or what's not, but I could throw one trade and I catch up with David. David just scores. You up to what? 120? 130?
140 something.
140. That's one trade for me. I catch him right there. I catch him. I can cost him. I can wake up and I see the trading group have 60 messages in the morning because he can go hard. Just because he know I go one trade. That's it. So what I didn't speak about, what I really wanted to add in before I go into my strategy, is that there's a cycle that you have to break in order for you to start making real money. You come in, you find one strategy, then you make an excuse as to why that strategy ain't work. Like you gotta accept whatever loss you take in, and you have to accept ownership of that loss and say that's my fault, nah, nobody else's fault. I don't want to give out a trade that costs nobody to lose, but it happens. So at the end of the day, you have to trade. You taking trades at your own risk. From you hit buy or sell or put in a pen in order, that on you. That on you. David mentioned a spreadsheet. I want everybody to win. I mean him rowing back and forth because I ain't hearing nothing he say because I just want to help you all. He ain't hearing nothing I say. And he want to help too. He really do. That's where his heart is. His heart with us. But I focusing on you all right now. If you all just allow me, Y'all just listen to what I have to say. I try and help y'all, and that's all I want to do. I don't want to do nothing else right now. If y'all want me to stay with y'all and don't send no trade in that trading group, I'll do that for y'all. Just to focus on y'all, just to pour into y'all. Just to pour. That's how serious I am about trying to help y'all. That's all I want to do right now, help y'all. But if y'all don't want, I ain't helping people who ain't trying to help themselves. That's me. I ain't giving extra time of myself. It cost me money, because I ain't charging y'all nothing. I ain't gonna cost me money from, because I can take away from my trading, from my personal account. So if y'all don't want it, then just say y'all don't want it and then be done with it. And if you have questions, I'll answer questions. I answer questions any day. And I might take little, huh? I might take a little while to answer, but I can answer. So the cycle, come in, find a strategy. Strategy don't work. You jump to something else, try that, it don't work, and you wondering why it ain't working for you. It's working for other people, but it ain't working for you. And until your mind say that, okay, that's it for me. That's it for me. I am going to break these chains. I am going to be profitable in this market. And it's mental. Trading is mental. If you put that in your head that, hey, that losing over, that losing is done. I'm doing whatever it takes for me to be profitable. You can be profitable. You will be profitable. You got to break that cycle. Break that cycle and keep pushing. That's all. That cycle of doom, you got to cancel that. Cancel that. Positivity. Keep that in your head. I want to start off saying I'm grateful. I go and ask you all, and I say I need feedback. I go and ask you all to tell me something that you're all grateful for. Because I just grateful for life. I grateful for the small things. Ain't nobody, when I come back from away, they try to get me in trouble at work. And I tell them, it don't matter to me. Whatever you all into, that you all deal with that. You all ain't taking my joy away. Nothing right now taking my joy away. So I focusing on y'all. Let's make this money. That's what I into. Russell, your hand still up, or you got another question, or you good?
Just to add on to that, Molly, too. I know everybody there, are ready to learn and want to win. What I recommend for everyone in here is it don't have to be everybody. Just find one person that you could talk to about trading every day. It could be a quick, small conversation, but for the last, shoots, I would say almost the 7-8 months. Much as I don't like Molly, every day we have some type of conversation, but something going on in a particular pair, or something about a strategy, or it's just something about trading. Because you putting yourself in a circle where you mentally basically thinking about trading, because man, the amount of money you could make from doing this and trading in this market, like he said earlier, is mental. It's mental. I mean, most people most people that lose in this trading forex is people that go chasing. When you go and chase after you lost a trade, sometimes if you take a loss, just relax, get yourself a couple of days or a couple of hours. Don't go right back after the market, because you're gonna end up losing more money. So find somebody that you could talk to every day, even if it's me. If you need to talk to me or Molly, talk to us every day. Don't have to be no long drawing conversation. Just something quick. Learn something every day. Always learn. But they say always a student. Learn something every day, and that's how you can get better. Even when you're losing, ask questions. Try to learn something every day. But I mean, like, we truly, like, deep down inside, like, truly, like, I've been to work since 4:35 o'clock this morning. Came home, ran straight in to do a presentation for Eddie and some of you guys that was on there. Through that break, I had to put the PowerPoint together and jump on this train. This is what we want to do to help you all out, because, Molly, the reason you say that is I'm more on the open spawn, because we was asked to help the whole organization. So now we want to try to come back down and still help out them, but try to make sure you guys, we have 12, 13 people on here. Imagine if we create 12, 13 like master traders, and everybody like making like some serious money in here. I mean, that would be the success story we would want to share. 12, 13 people that would make 5, 6 figures, 7 figures in this market, starting from what we was able to teach. I see less from money, but that's what we trying to do right now. Really make the success stories come from people that's trade. Average person don't know what forex is. I didn't know as much money I made before even joining forex. I never knew what forex was. So the average person in the Bahamas probably don't know what trade in the foreign exchange market. I always knew what stock market was. I never knew what trade in the forex market was. So imagine you figuring out how to trade in this market and being able to help other people make thousands. So we really ready to like just pour in everything we know, our strategies, the system we're using, and just give it to all y'all, and y'all take it and just do the same and spread it to people too.
All right, so on top of that, right, I asked all of y'all made the academy. It is a lot easier to understand what I'm referring to if you actually go through the academy. So I would encourage y'all to keep on watching it in the spare time. The video is only like 5 to 12 minutes long, so try to get through at least basics. If you get through basics, then move on to intermediate. And if you could go through to the end, go through to the end, because it'll be powerful for you. When I start talking, it'll just be like, oh yeah, I see that's what they were saying in the video. Okay, everything lining up now. So don't stop because we pouring into y'all. It can be some stuff that you might have to come off this call, come off the training, and then go Google or go in the academy and try find out, because I will not hold back the group for 1 or 2. So go to the academy. I can try my best to help everybody, but if everybody have access to the academy, go to the academy. That's my 5 cents. I ready to get out of here, but I need y'all to do something for me though. If y'all got any value from this call tonight and y'all looking forward to the trainings, I need y'all to go in our WhatsApp group and let them know that said who missed this call. Let them know that they need to be on every call we have. Go on my Facebook page and bless me up. Just appreciate what you do. Hit up David, do the same thing, and we go from there. All right. So that's all I asking for. All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Who
we got? Claudia, can you end us out with a brief prayer before we finish off? We about to sign off. Claudine, help us out. Claudine, Peter, Claudine.
Hi.
There you go, kid.
Heavenly God, we just thank you for this moment in time. We thank you for the education, for the knowledge, for the wisdom that has been imparted tonight. May it take roots within our hearts and within our minds, dear God, that we would be able to get great wealth in order to do your work. In Jesus' name I pray. Bless all the hearers and bless even more so our presenters tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Boy, if I don't see nothing on Facebook or WhatsApp, boy, you see me go missing.
I'm telling you. All right, y'all have a good night.
All right. Take it easy.
All right, see y'all. Beautiful.